Welcome back to Broken Bobby's Transformation Page. In the late 80s, I became involved with drugs and would eventually become part of that lifestyle of trafficking, addiction, and violence. Over the next 20 years, I would be in and out of jail and prison. If you're thinking about trying something or you're dealing with addiction, your life don't need to go down the same path mine did. I hurt a lot of people, both physically and emotionally. These are my stories of how I transformed my life, and you can too. Let's get into. All right, guys, as you can see by the thumbnail and the title, violence erupts at Pelican Bay State Prison. So, Crescent City, California is where this happened, and this was on April 21st during dayroom at approximately 6:55 p.m. Michael R. Challoner and Joseph A. Quintero were engaged in a physical altercation. Excuse me. Guards responded, and med staff was called immediately, and they determined that Challoner had multiple puncture wounds. Transportation by ambulance was provided, and Mr. Challoner was pronounced deceased at 7:47 p.m. So if you are new to the channel, subscribe, smash that like button, drop a comment, let me know what you think, and share this video. Also, hit that notification bell and hit all so that whenever I drop a new video or I go live, you will be notified. So the correctional officers performed a search of the section and found Michael Jones, who is believed to be the suspect in this situation, who was near an occupied cell of other inmates, Oscar Monsibus and Omar Arzate. Upon searching the cell and the occupants of that cell, those two gentlemen I had just named, they recovered an inmate manufactured weapon. Quintero, Jones, Monsibus, and Azarte, and I'll put some pictures up of who these guys are, were moved to restricted housing. They restricted movement in the area, and basically that's pretty much what went down. So what it sounds like to me, seemed a bit confusing at first in reading the article from the CDCR press release, but what it appears to me is that Mr. Quintero was the bomber after the fact. And what I mean by that is, if allegedly, according to what the article says, it sounds like Michael Jones was the hitter and he's the one that used the piece. And then Mr. Quintero jumped on him while he got away. Now, from what I understand, though, Pelican Bay's got a lot of cameras, so I'm not sure if that was necessarily the strategy, but it sounds like Mr. Jones didn't do it right, because he was caught outside the cell where the weapon was recovered. I would have thought that he would have slid that weapon and kept it pushing. It's a really weird situation when two guys that aren't even in the day room when this occurred end up in restricted housing as well. So, like I said, there's a lot of cameras in that prison, though, from what I understand, and maybe they looked at footage and figured that out. But, this could ultimately affect 5 people, and, obviously the victim, rest in peace to him, and the 2 that were actually involved, and the 2 that were in the cell that, just happened to be there. I wasn't planning on doing another video just yet, but when I read this story, it was really intriguing to me because, this is what prison is. And, two guys that basically were just chilling in their cell are now involved in this. And, somebody lost their life in this situation. So, you could be potentially looking at 4 more life sentences for, the two that were allegedly involved, as well as the two that, were in the cell. So the point that I really want to stress with this is, prison is a crazy place. Pelican Bay hasn't really been super active lately since they moved all the big homies out of the shoe, but it's prison, and this is the sort of stuff that happens in prison. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you don't do anything to put yourself in a situation where you may end up in prison, then you won't have to worry about these sort of situations. Family, fitness, and freedom are what allowed me to not have to worry about these sort of situations and being incarcerated anymore. And I feel like it can help you as well. Play that tape all the way through. If you're thinking about doing something, think about the potential consequences, and what you could end up in a situation like this very easily. So yeah, play that tape through, and just remember that when you're using, yeah, it numbs the pain for a little while, but the problems that you had before you got high or drank are going to be the same problems you have when you are coming down or have a hangover. So it's not not really a good idea to be doing those kind of things. If you are new to sobriety, welcome. I believe in you. You can do this. You just gotta do it one day at a time. You got to get through today, and we'll worry about tomorrow when we get there. So just a short, quick one on this. Uh, Remember, if you are new to the channel, subscribe. If you enjoyed the video, smash that like button. If you didn't enjoy the video, hit that thumbs down. Drop a comment and let me know what you think, and share the video. It really is helping us to grow. So I hope everybody's having a great day, and don't look at the mountain. Just start climbing.